FlossTube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. My light's a little funny today, but we're just gonna roll with it. So it's gonna look like I got a black eye. I don't care. That's just how we roll today. It is Thursday, September 19th, 2019, so it's 9/19/19. This is like the week of palindromes, which is really fun, that it's the same way forward as it is backwards if you just use the 19, so that's lots of fun. I hope everybody had a great week. It's been busy for us. We celebrated Alice's birthday with her friends on last Saturday, the 14th, and then celebrated with family on the 15th because her birthday was Monday, the 16th. So she just had a weekend of parties. It was great. Lots of fun stuff. We got her a lot of new books. So much fun. She's just loving reading, and we are encouraging that. So because yeah, they were talking about at her school that the more a child reads, or you read to a child, the more words they learn and the more words they understand, which is really cool. And right now at her school, the only homework that's being assigned is reading, 20 minutes of reading a day. Everything else is being done in class, and you know, it's a reflection on the teacher if they're teaching the student well, if they can understand, and they are really good about customizing lesson plans to the children. If they don't grasp one concept in one way, they see if they can explain it, the same concept, the correct way in another way. So like, for example, if you don't test, like write written tests well, but you can explain it verbally, they'll pass you, which is really, really cool. Or if you can't verbally express it, but you can write it down, or you can show them, like if they have like a bridge or something, or if you can show them how it works, if you can explain the concept in a way that is correct, that's telling the teacher that you've learned it, then they'll pass you, which is really smart, because there's lots of different ways of learning. There's people that are tactile learners, there are people that are audiovisual learners, and then the way that they spout out the learning is completely different too. So, but I digress. So we got her some more reading books that she can have, and they're based on the Descendants series, and we also got her the full set of the first like 1 through 20 or something, that's like the Magic Tree House books that she's just loved, and our kids have loved that growing up too. So we just didn't have all of them, they were just got them from the library. Anyway, we'll jump into stitching. Did a lot of stitching this week. I had actually an FFO. This is my ATC exchange that I'm going to be sending out. I need to send it out today, but it'll probably be tomorrow or Saturday. We will see. So, but it's done. It's done in a toile, and then I took some silver washi tape and put it on the card behind it. So lots of fun. Love those. Don't think I'll do it next year, just because it's like, oh crap, I have to send that out, and it's been weird. So I worked on over the weekend. I worked on stay right there. I worked on Stiach when it came out. So I got that finished, or that installment finished, and this is in my Eureka bag from House of Stitch and Stash. And Sophia has a hand now, because I'm thinking it's going to be Golden Girls with different heads is what I'm thinking, like different people, which will be kind of cool, or Golden Girls fully, and then you can put like a fun little quote or something like that. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun one. But yeah, this is like a complete mystery. And it could be that, you know, this is what it's looking like, but then, you know, turning it that way, it doesn't look any different. And turning it like that doesn't look, you know, it'll be interesting to see what they do. But they are genius. And it's really fun. So I'm just going to wait till that pattern drops. I think they drop it on Fridays. So. And then I also, since I finished part 1 of the Sleepy Hollow Tiny Modernist Sal, so that's the top of the pillow of the drum. And then this is the drum itself, and I finished the back stitching around it. And I just did it in a color that's close to the color of the drum. And this is 40 count. Ancient. 40 count oaken, sorry, I picture this plus. So I'm going to be doing my first drum. If not this weekend, next weekend. So, because this weekend's kind of crazy, but I'm excited how this turned out. And then it's done over one with called for colors. I have done the clouds and the little ghosties. They are in the glow in the dark DMC. And then these stars are done in a Petite Treasure Braid. So that's going to be fun to finish. And I've seen some with some fun Halloween fabric on the bottom, and I think I have some cute Halloween type fabric on the bottom drum. So I think I might actually do that instead of doing linen on the bottom. And then I'm working on the second part, which is just the border for now. And I guess what I could do is I could, because I've got the first part of the border in, just move this over. Oops. And this is 36 count feldspar for part 2. And so I've got this part of the border done, so I could probably just do that. Start the stuff that's on the board, the stuff within the words. We're struggling today. I can start the motifs and the scene. That's the word I'm looking for. The scene that's within that little area. I can probably start on that, but I kind of want to finish the border. We'll see what my brain wants to do, because I kind of want to get into stitching it. Just because I love the border, but it can be a little tedious. And that is the Sleepy Hollow Tiny Modernist Stitch Along. 3 parts are released, I believe. Yes, because I have 3 parts in here. 1, 2, 3, yep. And so we're just waiting for part 4. And then that one, and it's really cute because part 2 is like skeletons, part 3 is witches, so it'll be really fun to see what part 4 is. And I'm excited for the drums. I think the drums will be really cool. The other option is you can finish it in a full sampler type thing, so it'll be, you know, either way, it'll be really cute. And then Michelle Bendy, she did the model stitching for Cheryl McKinnon of Tiny Modernist, and Cheryl turned them into the drums, so they're really, really cute. What else did I stitch on? And then for Magical Stitches because Magical Stitches and Enchanted Stitches rules our lives, we are into book 7, the Half-Blood print, book 6, I'm sorry, Half-Blood prints, and we're learning a few different things. We're learning a nonverbal skill in Defense Against the Dark Arts, and then we need some potions ingredients, so the infusion of wormwood, alchemy shells for Felix Felicius, and then what you would smell if you had drank Amortentia or smelled it. If you smell Amortentia, what would you smell? And then we had some Verataserum. So, and the infusion of wormwood is for the Draught of Sleeping Death. And we had to do 200 stitches on each, and for the nonverbal spell we had to do something that caused us mental anguish, whether, you know, you were stressed about it for some reason, or you had to change things. I chose the Linens and Threads Peacock Mystery Cell, and because I'm really, really far behind on that. I'm far behind on a lot of things, but I'm still in January on that guy. And then for the infusion of wormwood, wormwood was related to Artemis, who is the moon goddess, and it's also a plant, so you can stitch on a plant. And so I'll show you what I did for that. And it's also green in color, so you can stitch in green. And then for alchemy shells for Felix Felicius, we had to stitch in silver or gray. And then for the M. hortensia, I would smell violets. Violets are my favorite flower. We've got violets that bloom every spring outside my door in my house, and I love it. If I ever move, I'm bringing at least a cutting or two of those with me because they spread like weeds, which is great. And then something that caused me to learn something, I chose my eagle that I'm working on for a friend. And same with the silver gray, I chose my eagle. And then in Enchanted Stitches, we're doing Sleeping Beauty, and Love at First Sight was one of the tasks this week, and something you saw that you had to stitch immediately, and that was Alice's Mad Plant. I ordered the box, the Love You More Studio Co. box that it came in, just so I could have that. And then we returning to the castle after 16 years, so you had to change either your oldest whip or something you haven't worked on in a long time, and I chose my eagle because right now that's my oldest one. Curse, something you considered cursed, I chose my peacock because I'm really far behind on it. And then Sleeping Kingdom, so because the fairies put the kingdom to sleep instead of telling King Stefan and about it, they put the kingdom to sleep. So something that makes you sleepy or bored to work on, and so the eagle is just big and lots of different browns, and so it kind of is a little bit boring. And then for Enchanted Stitches, we had to do 250 stitches. So I'll show you what I worked on. Let's see. So on Alice's Mad Plant, and this is a Bendy Stitchy design by my good friend Michelle Bendy. And if you live in the UK, Lollipop Stitches is going to be a distributor. And this is in the Love You More Studio sleeve because it's Michelle's pattern, so I have to keep it in the sleeve. And, oh, sorry, it's right there. Love You More. And this is what came in the Wonderland box that I ordered. And the same with the pattern. And then I am doing this on let me find it, 28 count ametrine, which is like the moon goddess, like Diana. So, and it's very fitting for Alice's Mad Plant because it's kind of a looking glass, purpley, and then it's sparkly, of course. But I got this this is a silk weaver, but there's it kind of looks very looking glass-ish. So, is that the right way? No. Yes, that's the right way. This is the top. So that's how far I got. I got about 259 stitches in it. So. Love it. So fun. Oops. I didn't want it to go that way. Ah, no. Struggling with the needle minders. I'm wanting to stick together. I don't want them to stick together that way. I'm sorry, guys. We're a hot mess express today. Okay. And put that back. And then my eagle. I got a lot of love this week, which was good. And this is it. Oh, falling. And this is in a Multi-Crafty Hermit bag, and I've also got a Bitsy Bob in there. That's a panda. Not a Bitsy Bob. I don't own a Bitsy Bob yet. A Floss Buddy by Bags Plus. That is pandas that I have appropriated from Alice for a while until she is old enough to use it. So with this eagle, here are the silver stitches, the silvery gray stitches right here. And this is actually, and you could, if the color gray was in the color, like the DMC number, and this is a green gray. So I was able to get that to work because this was not quite enough stitches. It was like 200, it was like 190 something, and then I had to get 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, so 10 stitches in this little guy. So I had to get that to catch up. And then, let's see here. And then we got another, because I did 250, so 250, so this one got about 500 stitches in it, and so this area right here, and I've messed up somewhere in this, like I'm off, but it doesn't, you can't really tell except for when you're stitching, because you have to kind of fudge when you're counting, but I think I've like got a row off somewhere right here, but it'll be fine because this is actually the end of the bird, so there's trees and stuff over this way. So I'm gonna finish right here and then move on to this scenery right here. And this is my page 3, so super fun. I like it. And this is Eagle by Sue Coleman. And it's got this is one that they got when they were in Alaska. Sorry, I'm like trying not to show the pattern there. But it's really cool, the eagles over this way. And then there's the totem in silver right behind it. And it's done, like this one's over one, or this is a 1 thread, and then these are all 2 strands, and I think this is 1 strand as well. So lots of fun, but yeah, lots of browns, lots of color changing. Blocks of color, which is really nice, but you know, at the same time, you're just kind of like, ugh. And this is the first time, so what I learned on this project, because I also used it for that, was this is the first time I've had to, because I hadn't done like a really big coverage project like that before. I hadn't put it on, or if I had it just been kitted, I could, you know, so I had to make sure I had the right fabric. It was an interesting one, and because it's been in my stash for quite some time. So for my mystery peacock Sal, which I used for mental stress and cursed, but I'm almost done with January's block, which is really nice. So move this out of the way. And this I'm doing in a Silks for You. And the pattern is free, but I've got only a couple more feathers to do, tail feathers, and then I can move on to the February, or I'm not going to do February because it's the borders. So as I do the block, so I'll move on to the March block, and as I do the block, I will do the border. So that's that pretty peacock. I really love the colors. It's going to be really fun to see it all monochromatic like that. And this is just on like a 28 count I got from Michael's. It's Oyster, I want to say. But yep, super fun. So I've only got a few more stitches left to do on that. I'm sure if I focused on it, I could, you know, I could get it knocked out. But sometimes you don't want to count and stitch, and so it's like, I don't get me wrong, I like counting, but sometimes you're just like, and so I just have to figure out a different way to do it on those kind of boring projects. But I mean, it'll be really pretty when it's done, but yeah, kind of boring. And then what I'm working on, I put out a poll on Facebook yesterday to see, or Facebook and Instagram, to see which color of fabric fit better. But I'm doing this violet stocking from Love is in the Air by Blackbird Designs. It's 123 Stitch has it. It's still in print, and it's got 3 stocking designs. It's got this cute little bird on the front, and then they're all right there. So there's this red work stocking, this cute little bird, and then the violets, which is why I bought the pattern. And so I was like, sandstone or aged saffron, which ironically I both got from Bendy Stitchy's D-Stash site. And I was leaning towards the saffron one because the purples were just going to pop in it. And that's what some people were voting for. I had like 2 votes for sandstone, and the rest were for this aged saffron, which is 32 count from the cauldron. And that's my top up there. So that's 100. I'm not quite complete. I don't have my 200 stitches on this one yet, so this is what I'll be working on today. But you could see this is where the violet's going to go. And I had like 1 of the called for colors, 2 in DMC maybe. So what I'm doing is I'm using a combination of, I'll put it on here, Cottage Garden Threads, Weeks Dye Works, DMC, and actually I don't have any DMC. Haha. I'm trying to decide. I think I'll do that one. Classic Colorworks Weeks and Cottage Garden Threads. They're when I got in a stitchy box. So, and that's what this other darker green is. But that's what I'm looking for. So that'll be, it's not, like I said, lighting today is not very good. So, but that's what I've got. And that's on the saffron, on aged saffron. So it'll be really pretty. But, you know, this is really funny because it's Chocolate Cream Pie by Classic Colorworks. And it's very purpley, so, which is fun. But, yeah. So, sorry if you voted for sandstone. I went with saffron, but it's very pretty. Either one would be pretty. I think this is more kind of prim, blackbirdy kind of, so lots and lots of fun. And this one is in, oh, yeah, I've talked about it. And this one is in this was in my Delicious Jen, as Michelle calls her, but my Delicious Threads by Jen. One of her bags that is non-vinyl, and then this one, make sure, is my Mulan bag that I got from Jenny at Cricklewood Crossing. So lots of fun, my Mulan. And I think that's all I have for stitching. I do have some haul. I got some stuff off of Michelle Bendy's D-Stash. These are corner gauges, and it comes in, they're kind of like on a mat board. And it was from In the Company of Friends. But there's a 1-inch, a 2-inch, and a 3-inch on the back. So really nice. And I like that it's on a little hanger so you can keep them all together. And it's really soft ribbon. So, and now I have a corner gauge. I don't have to break out my measuring tape all the time. And also a Birds of a Feather Liberty pattern. I thought those guys are really, really cute. So he's fun. And then also Michelle, I love that she sends postcards. And this is the Apothecary Haul from the Newfoundland Pharmaceutical Association. And this is really fun. Oh, right there. And then she also threw in her other 2 patterns for a raffle, so there's a hint on what's to come at a certain event that's coming up in less than a month. Like, we'd be stitching there right now. I can't wait. It'll be so much fun. Stitch West is going to be so exciting. And then Abby, Top Knot Stitcher. I love Abby. Abby and Jam. Jam's my jam because he's adorable. And so she's carrying Michelle Bendy's designs as well. And so I ordered Noelle from her because you gotta spread the love. And Hildy's Brew. Oops, I'm super excited. I'm really excited about that thread work, so I'm gonna have to order it. And then there's also DMCA Étoile in here. And it's the Threadworks Autumn Leaves, so I'll have to order that. And I actually have some Echo that I can put this on. So I can do this in called for, Michelle, because you're genius. So I'm super excited about the adventures of Hildy. And then Abby, because it's Abby, she threw in this adorable little needle minder that is a butterfly. And so I will link her shop down below. She's amazing. Who's not amazing, though? I don't think I've ever met somebody who is not amazing. And I think that's it. Have some fun news. I was sitting there hanging out at dinner and this email comes in. And it was an invoice from Keepsakes. And we know what that means. That means StitchCon. And I had gotten an invoice last year. Not able to go because of the dates. And, FlossTube Itchy Nose. And so I was kind of bummed and I was just like, oh, I really want to go. And it's like, I'm never going to get to go. Even though, you know, your name goes, you know, if you tell them, oh, I can't go, but let me, you know, keep me on the list for next year type of thing. Is what happened. And my name came up to the top and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I sat there and I was just like, oh, can I do this? Because it's the week after Girls' Day. I'm like home for 4 days. And then I'd be flying out and going and having fun, but you know, I would be with my family. And that's, I mean, I love being with my family. That's like my favorite thing to do. So it's really hard because it's just kind of like, I want, and so I was talking with Ross and he's amazing. My husband is is amazing. I love him so much. And he's like, it's up to you. If you think you can afford it and you can save your money and, you know, yeah, do it. And I was just like, okay. And so, and I had messaged Christine Stitch All the Things, and I'd messaged Michelle, and I was like, look what I got. And then I saw Kefren got hers, and I was just like, I have to go. I just have to go. And yeah, so I get to meet so many people. And Heather Link is my homeboy. She was like, she sent me a message. She's like, yay, be prepared for all the hugs. And so I'm super excited, and I hope everybody who gets a chance to go is able to go, and that they can go, because I'm excited. I'm scared because that's a lot of people. I mean, that's really a convention if you think about it, because, you know, Stitch West is going to be maybe 80 people. And so it'll be fun. We do have room still in Stitch West. Go check out, I'll link the information below, for Deb and Kev Snug Harbor Crafts for their Stitch West retreat. But yes, so StitchCon, I'll link the information below too. I think they still have the waitlist open, so I'll link that below. But I'm super excited. It's going to be lots of fun, and I still can't believe I'm going. So I've been tracking the flights into Cincinnati with my little tracker and keeping on, but you know, Southwest doesn't have their flights out until for June yet, so I have to wait until they release their June flights. But I think once that happens, it'll be fine. I think that's it. Nathan's got a track meet today, or a cross country meet today, so we'll be running today, he'll be running today, but it's only supposed to be like 72 degrees, so it'll be really nice for him to run in. And he's been doing really good. He's been getting about an 11-minute mile with this heat is really good for him. So I'm excited. I'm just happy that he's able to do something he loves, because the other kids are able to do things they love too. So I hope you all have a great week. I hope everything's going good. Be happy, be kind, be nice, and if you're coming to Stitch West, I will see you in less than a month. I'm so excited. It's going to be so great. So take care, guys. Love you.